Hi everybody, and welcome to learning how to create a faux sea glass effect with just Saltwash and Paint. We are going to show you creating the look of weathered sea glass on this bottle that we bought from an inexpensive store. You might even have a mason jar at home that you could do this effect on, or even something like this. Everybody has gotten one of these vases at some point of their life, and I feel like this actually ends up being a really cool look on it. And here you can see kind of the finished look here where we did the sea glass effect. So this is what we're going to be showing you guys today. And first of all, we're going to start out by showing you how to mix the salt wash, and we're going to mix all of our it's going to be using this spray gun to apply the salt wash on. But first we're going to mix up our salt wash mixture. And we're going to start with actually a mixing cup. So here we just have a regular plastic mixing cup at home. Whatever you have will work. And we've put about 8 ounces of water already in this cup. So you'll see it doesn't have to be exact. This isn't an exact science, as they'd say. So there's probably around 8 ounces. So just be, don't have to be so specific with this actual project, which is nice, especially for me whose math is lacking. So we have about 7 to 8-ish ounces of water in this mixing cup, and then we're going to get our salt wash. And any size salt wash can you have, you don't need that much salt wash, so we're going to put into this about 7-8 ounces of water. We're actually going to scoop about 3 to 4 ounces of salt wash. So this is a 1 ounce scoop. If you have the 10-ounce can, the medium can we call it, it comes with these blue scoops, and they are about 1 ounce. If you get the larger size can, which is about our 42 ounce, that comes with a clear scoop, which is about 2 ounces. So just keep that in mind. And we are going to do gradually add in scoop by scoop about 3 to 4 ounces of salt wash. So that's 1 ounce. That's 2 ounces. I'm just going to kind of give it a quick stir. The key is with this, because you're going to be, again, using your spray bottle to apply this, the key is to really get your salt wash powder blended into this water. So even if you have maybe a whisk at home, that might even be really helpful to really get this blended in. So I'm just going to start. So we already have about 2 ounces in here. And I'm going to go for 1 more scoop to give us 3. And you can see the powder. I mean, it's not exact. So it's a little rounded scoop here, so I'm going to start adding that in. And this project is really an easy one. It's something that doesn't take a lot of time, doesn't take a lot of craft or artist or artistic or DIY experience level. It's really fun even to do with your kids. So keep that in mind, especially right now as we're filming. We are in the quarantine, as the world knows. And so this is our creative in quarantine, as we are calling it. So helping everyone kind of find a bit of a creative outlet as we kind of work on some projects. So here is the salt wash and water mixture. So it's very loose, and I'm blending it in. And now we're going to add our paint. And you can use white paint if you prefer. We always kind of lend towards our sea glass effect giving more of a minty green tone. And so we're just using this kind of turquoise paint color. This is an acrylic paint, but you can use chalk paint, you can use latex paint. Whatever paint you might have lying around will work perfectly. And again, we're just using this acrylic, and we're going for this aqua kind of turquoise tone. And so I'm just going to apply this, squirt this into our salt wash water mixture. This doesn't have to be exact. Don't get out a measuring spoon or anything if you don't need to. I'm just kind of going freehand here. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So that's about all you'll need to get this look. And stir it up again, get it nice and blended. Again, you just don't want a lot of lumps, because that'll get stuck as you start to apply it with that spray gun. It'll get stuck in the straw. And if that happens, it's not a big deal. Just remember, it does happen. These straws on these spray guns are fairly skinny, and so you just want to, if that happens, just take it to the bathroom or take it out to your hose or wherever, and just kind of run some water through it and you'll get that working again. But if that comes up, that's just a kind of a pro tip. And so you'll see it's really a nice kind of Coke bottle mixture now. And that is all as far as the prep for this sea glass mixture. And we're going to now just pour this. And the reason why I do this in a mixing cup to start and not just pour everything right into the spray bottle is, again, it makes it easy to help blend everything really well, and it makes it so that come time to get all these ingredients into your spray bottle, everything's able to easily pour from your plastic cup. So I'm going to go for that. Set this aside, and now I'm just going to kind of go for pouring this in, hopefully not spill too much. And you'll notice as you get to your bottom of your mixture, there'll be a little leftover sometimes that might not have gotten blended out, and you can just leave that in the cup. Don't try to get it all in there. This will be plenty, and you will be ready to go. Screw your top on, and so I have it set up. You can do it on its top if you like that, but this is a little bottom heavy, so I'm just going to start with this, and just, it might take a little bit to get your spray gun going. And let me get, I don't like a jet stream. If you have certain types of spray bottles that might have more of a stream or more of a spray, always kind of go for more of the spray effect that comes out because it just applies easier. And here we go. We just kind of go all over. I always like to have a little wax paper underneath to catch all the drips and everything coming down. But if you need to, you can even put it maybe even in a little Tupperware bowl or bucket or something like that, and that way everything will drip nicely into that. And you'll just let this dry, just coat all over, and that's it. So easy, so fun, because the results are really satisfying. So I'm just going to let this dry and come back to it, and typically we do another coat on top of this, and I think we will, but for now we'll just let this dry and then see where we're at. You know, just see what your preference is, how weathered you want your sea glass to look, and then we'll go to our final step. But this is it. That's so easy. It's just mixing it up and then applying it on. When you're done, these are some finished items that we did. This is an old Japanese sea float, which turned out really neat. And one of my favorites is this green bottle, which really looks just like it was washed up from an old pirate ship or something along those lines. It's creating an heirloom, creating a story. That's what we're doing when we do these projects. You know, you're getting something that you might have that's typical around your house, and you're making it look like something that you might have collected on a journey overseas or something like that. So we really kind of get creative with these, and it's just more fun that way. So of course, everybody usually has a mason jar at home. So again, these are easy items that end up looking really cool with this sea glass effect. Get your kids, get creative. We're going to let this dry, and then we'll come right back to it just to see how it's doing, and maybe apply one more coat of salt wash, and then we'll be ready for our final step. While I was waiting on this to dry, I decided, and it's kind of a helpful thing, just to take the straw, like spritzer, out of the water bottle, your spray bottle, because you just don't want, while that's drying, you don't want the little paint salt wash mixture to kind of dry in these little thin straws. So I went ahead and I rinsed it through some running water, kind of cleaned it out, and so now we're ready to go again. And so I'm just going to turn that back on. Shake it up, because everything kind of settles as you let it sit to dry. And really, going back to the bottle with the sea glass effect on it, it is kind of good as is now, but just for the fun of it, and since we're filming this video to show you guys, we're going to go ahead and do one more spray on this. So again, just kind of go over everything, get it moving again, and I'm just going to give it a kind of a full coat again, just like we did the first time. So there's nothing really different about this second coat, and again, it's really up to your preference if you even feel like it requires one. So if you want it to look like it was worn 1,000 years, give it another coat. If you want it to look like it's worn 100 years, just do one coat. So it's up to you. But that's it. Again, done. Second coat done. And so for this, we will totally let this second coat just dry, and we'll finish up with a layer of clear acrylic sealer spray, and so we'll just show you that. That's an easy finish, and we'll be done. So we put that second coat on, and it's dry now. And so what we suggest, just because these are pretty vases, they're pretty jars, they're pretty items, and you want them to last. So what we like to do is just kind of do one quick kind of once over with these matte clear enamel sprays. Lots of different brands, whatever you like to use, but just, you know, a matte finish is kind of key, and the spray works the best. So so we're gonna actually, these are super strong smelling, so we're gonna take it outside, and just like I said, just give it a quick once over spray, let that dry, and you will be ready to display your beautiful you know, ancient sea glass vase, glass jar, whatever it is. And so we're gonna start that, just finish up. So we just finished with that matte enamel spray top coat, just to kind of help with sealing this look, and we're done. Our faux sea glass effect with Saltwash project is complete, and this bottle turned out great. It looks like we just were walking along the beach and found this washed up, and it's easy, and it's, I hope, you know, you guys thought so as well. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. We have lots of more projects and fun ideas that we're going to be posting. You know, our Creative Quarantine series is well underway now. So we hope you had fun. We hope you liked it. We got lots of other ideas. Hit subscribe so that you can follow along with our next project, and we will see you soon. Everybody take care, and thanks so much.